Well, good morning. I've got my New York shirt on. I'm starting not on the bicycle. You can see me get awkwardly on because I'm celebrating the Knicks' victory. When I lived and worked in New York City, the Knicks were horrible. I can't even remember what you could get tickets for, $10, $15, I don't even remember. Um, yeah, so congratulations, Knicks. I love sports stories, triumphant stories. They are a triumph over everything, and it was so great to see Jalen Brunson celebrate with his mom and dad last night. His dad's a coach on the Knicks, and it was great. He was choked up. So, congratulations, New York, and on to the next thing. Well, I didn't record yesterday because the night before I'd had like 3 hours sleep, and I wanted to just really shut things down, meditate, um, just relax, teach my body how to relax. That's what I'm trying to do, teach my body how to relax. Um, it doesn't know how, or it's forgotten, or it's afraid to, probably a combination of all three. So that worked. I was able to take a lovely nap until my daughter called me, and my phone was on sleep or do not disturb, and it still went through. I don't know why. I'm looking at that. And when I got up in the evening, I decided to get in the car and go see where my appointment is with my acupuncturist, my doctor of oriental medicine, on Wednesday. And then I stopped in and saw a friend, and who I hadn't been to her house in ages, and I just knocked on the door. She was so happy to see me. I was so happy to see her. I've talked to her, but I haven't seen her in a while. And it was great, but by the time I got to her house and I stood at her door, my legs were bad. And I don't know what to say. She said, "What are they, heavy?" I'm like, "They're rubbery. They don't want to work really." And I can't tell. I don't think there's much of a line between what's due to anxiety and what's due to COVID, because COVID really got to me in my brain. Clearly it did. I had a stroke, small stroke, but it got to me in my brain more with maybe neuroinflammation, and that can be a cause of anxiety during COVID, is what I've read. I don't know. So here's my challenge for today. As I woke up, I found myself judging myself about, okay, if it's just anxiety, how come you can't overcome it? How come you're not doing more? And I'm doing a lot. I'm trying things, all kinds of things, medications, supplements, uh, trying to challenge myself about things. They haven't worked. Some have worked, some haven't. Then when I do a lot of activity, I get anxious about that. So I have an appointment with my therapist tomorrow. We're going to talk about this. We're going to go ahead and really talk about how to let go of that judgment about mental health. And I think so many of us have that, I'm sorry to say. And so many people are going through so much. We need to realize it's just part of what's going on with us as human beings. Right now, in particular, it's a weird state of the world, and so many people are suffering from seeing acts of cruelty and lack of compassion and empathy. It's hard. So, and that's going on for me as well as everything related to COVID. So today I'm really going to just breathe into how do I accept myself? How do I let go of judgments? How do I help myself move forward? As if I'm healing from something, because I am definitely healing from something, from a couple of things. And I don't know how much of my restrictions are related to COVID at this point, or anxiety, but I don't think it makes any difference or any real reason to separate the two out. They are both there. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this article I've only read it once. It's very long. I need to read it again. It's called The Painful Truth About Long COVID. And it's from Wired. And I think what it says, I only read it once. I think what it says is that a lot of people have had success with retraining the brain. And I think I'm a candidate for that. I really do. Probably everybody is, but there's some controversy because people are upset. They say, if you say it's all in our head, then people aren't going to accept that we have physical symptoms, and I definitely have limitations. And I don't know how much of that is related to the brain and how much is related to the body. Can we really separate out the two? I don't know. So I'm going to reread that. I'm going to talk with my therapist about it. I assigned her to read it. Nice to assign her something. She's been really helpful. I'm teasing. But, we're going to talk about it and see if it's something we can do together, or do I need to go to some kind of specialist or something like that? Because I think I'm really a candidate for that at this point. The other day when I was in so much anxiety, I had a horrible anxiety attack, not yesterday, but the day before in the afternoon. I had to reach out to my therapist. What should I do? She gave me a lot of good tools. I'll share them another time because I don't want to spread things too thin during this missive. But I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. I went on too many tangents. Sorry about that. But anyway, here's the thing. How much of this is in our brains at this point? I'd say quite a bit. I know my brain got inflamed. I know my brain had effects from COVID. I could feel it. I knew it was coming. I didn't know that was coming, but I knew something was coming. We couldn't stop it. And so I'm open to that. I'm open to that. And I hope you're open to considering doing some serious brain retraining for whatever reason, to stop PEM, post-exertional malaise, to stop anxiety, to help you move forward. Here's what I've realized. I'm trying, again, I'm working on not judging myself about this at all. But what I've realized is that so much, and I don't know how much, I really don't know how much, so much of what I'm experiencing is anxiety related. And that definitely was caused by the COVID. I didn't have this before. I was, I don't want to revisit everything I was doing, but I was a very high achiever in many ways. And unfortunately, I based acceptance of myself upon performance, rather than just being a good person, being a good person. And so I'm letting go of that as well. But I was really high functioning, and then I wasn't, and I'm trying to get back there, and so I'm trying to let go of judgment about where I'm not right now, because I could be at the pool swimming. That'd be fun. It'd be great fun. I could be seeing people, but I'm not able to right now. Not right now. I'm working on it. I'm going to see the acupuncturist. We're going to work on a lot of different things. And I'm working with my therapist. I decided I can't take supplements and medication right now. I'm too sensitive. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm a sensitive soul. And I bet you are too. Even if you don't realize it. So, where are we going? We're talking about brain retraining. I will assign you read that article in Wired called The Painful Truth About Long COVID, and it says there's a promising, something like, the undertitle is like, there's a promising treatment for long COVID if only you were allowed to talk about it. And it talks about how much backlash there is to people saying it's in your brain. I don't know why we have such an aversion to realizing that mental health is health, and we have to take care of that. That's so precious. I realize how precious it is. Really, really, really. So I'm going to assign you the article. Read it. Tell me what you think. I'm going to read it again myself. I'm going to assign it to myself. And I'm going to keep working little by little in growing, in learning, in, being more empathetic, in learning about mental health and all kinds of things. That's my job. That's my job right now. I mean, I have another job, but that's my job. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I wish you peace. I'm going to try to find some today. I really want to do some things. I want to see people, and I want to be relaxed here. See, that's the thing. Many days I'm not relaxed here at home when I'm not doing those things. And so it's hard. I can't do those things right now. I'm unable to do those things with ease. And I'm judging myself about being here at home and just enjoying my beautiful yard and my green grass and my apricots and my soon-to-be available pears and apples, and my greens. I've got so many good things going on. And so I want to just have ease in my life. And I want to be okay with what's happening in the moment. So I will pray for that. I will hope for that. I will wish for that. I will work for that. And I'm going to leave you with that for now. Okay, until we meet again. Bye. Go New York. Go New York.